Hey everyone, welcome to Dukaan Se MBA series. Now this is for the first time that I'm doing a series like this where I'm going to take a live business and execute complex marketing strategies, sales strategies, business strategies during this festive season of Diwali and help the business design a marketing campaign, reach more customers and grow their business. Now before I start this series, let me give you a disclaimer. I haven't done my MBA, but I have always been a passionate learner about these three subjects: sales and business, marketing and human psychology. And through this series of videos, whatever thing that I'm going to do are about the things that I've learned, executed and I believe would be the right for the business. Let me tell you about the business, what the business is and what do we want the outcome of this series. So the business is a retail outlet. We have two channels, one is B2B and the B2C. But for these 30-40 days, our aim is to focus on B2C, and the three main product lines that we want to focus on is home temples and mandir, which are the puja mandirs that people use in their home for religious purposes. Second is bathroom cabinets and mirrors, and third is home accessories. We want to leverage on these three channels, get more people to our store and grow our business. So during this series, every video will be a strategy, a learning which a person can implement in their business. Depending on the type of business you are in, these strategies might change, but the core fundamentals remains the same. So in this video, we are going to make a plan and strategize our way forward. And this plan, this rough idea will help us to design a marketing campaign, reach more customers and get more business. So for this video, I have decided to take the fundamental concept of performance marketing. Performance marketing has a single goal, उसका एक ही काम होता है, and that is to get the maximum ROI from the minimum investment. Now since we are doing it for a small business, a retail outlet, we do not have a lot of money, हमारे पास ज़्यादा पैसे नहीं है. So we are going to design this marketing campaign, we are going to design every strategy in a way जिसमें हम कम से कम पैसा लगा के with the minimum investment we can get the maximum ROI. Now performance marketing के तीन fundamental concepts है, and that is right product, right person and the right time. So ये तीनों को let's dig deep down into each one of it and decide that how will we leverage each one of them and get the maximum ROI that we want. So how do we decide that what is the right product that we want to leverage on? Leverage firstly is something where we maximize the resources that we have. In any business, every business has some of its limitation. Either it may be product line, it may be pricing, it may be quality, it may be packaging, but you need to leverage on the resources that you already have. So we are going to leverage on the products that we are good at, that we have. Now how are we deciding the right products? We simply took three ways. First, the previous year's existing data ke Diwali ke time pe, in the season of Diwali, which were the products that we sold the most. Second is Google search engine. In Google search engine, since last 60 days, what are the queries and what kind of products are people searching which are related to our business, and we are going to use those queries and then design and define that what will be the right product that we want to target on. And the third thing is partner sites, Just Dial IndiaMart. We are seeing and we are analyzing कि last 30-40 days में कौन सी queries ज़्यादा बढ़ गई है, which is the amount of queries that most of the things are coming from. So that is how we are defining the right product. Now after taking of these three approaches, we saw that every year in Diwali, there are a few days such as Dhanteras and special days where the sales of mandirs and puja mandirs goes extremely high. People really want good quality mandirs. The second is home renovation or home products. They want to they buy fridge, they buy car, they buy a cabinet. So we are going to leverage this thing and we are going to define these two product lines that we are going to hit on, and that will be the right product for us, and that is home and puja mandir, and the second is bathroom cabinets and mirror. So we are going to use these two products line only and leverage our store. The second thing that we are going to do is define the right person. Now when it comes to defining the right person, most of the people have this theory of making a bios persona where they are going to take every detail, male, female, occupation, gender, marital status. Well, that is not what we want to do. That making a bios persona without having sufficient amount of data is of no use. So we are not going to make a bios persona, we are going to define the audience. Do you want a person to come to your store, or do you want a huge amount of traffic and audience to know about your store and come to your store? So for audience, simply we are going to decide that we want people, since it's a retail outlet, who live 20 to 25 kilometers within our store, with nearby our store, who are looking for the two products line that I sell, home mandir and puja mandir, and second bathroom cabinets and mirrors, and who want to shop in Diwali. So that is the right person for us. And the third and the last thing is defining time. Now in general, if you see, we have already defined the time that we want to do it in this occasion of Diwali, in this 30-40 days of Diwali. But through this video, I want to tell that how are we going to define times in the basis of the right person and the right product. So for that, we have decided that during 30 days, agar hum 30 days pehle se if we are starting this campaign, it's not necessary that everyone are a hot buyer, that they want to impulsively buy. So what we are going to define is we are going to target and split this part into two. For the first 15 days, we are going to have a different marketing strategies, and for the last 15 days, it's going to be a bit aggressive and we are going to make a different strategy. So for the first 15 days, it's more going to be contact, approaching people, building awareness of what we are doing. And in the last 15 days, when there is a less amount of time, when there is less products, when we do not have enough time, we are going to get the most sales out of it. So for timing, Diwali is the time that we have chosen, and for the amount of days that we are remaining, we are going to split it in two parts, and as I told you, we are going to implement this strategy. In this video, we get to know that what is it that we want in the next 30 to 40 days and what is the outcome that we are trying to achieve. Now in this video, I am going to share the retail ka detail and share the few fundamentals and the few things that needs to be ready before we go out and market anything. So in this retail ka detail video, I want to share those 4 core fundamentals that any retail outlet, since we are doing it for a retail outlet, needs to be prepared of before they start to market themselves, before they put themselves out in the public, telling people what they do. So the first one is focus on fundamentals. Now, unlike an online business, there isn't a terms and condition page where both the buyer and seller can come in case of conflict and decide that who is right. It's all about face value, it's all about trust, it's all about reputation. So we have decided on to 3 fundamentals that we are going to stick. The first is quality products, tell honest information about what the product is, the dimensions, the material used. Second, honest pricing, give the best price. And the third is refund policy. There is a lot of conflict in terms of, a festive season, especially when there is huge amount of traffic and people, there are a lot of refunds that come, and it becomes very difficult for both parties. So this time we have taken out pamphlets and posted it on walls where people can be visible that refunds are appreciated. You can refund a product in case of a product, but cash won't be given. This makes a fair information, a fair deal for both the buyer as well as the seller. Second is well-trained employees. Now during this festive season, since there is a lot of traffic, there is a lot of billing, there is a lot of packaging, there is a lot of sales that is happening, we need employees that are trained. But in this case, in this retail outlet, that's not a problem to worry, because everyone who is there has at least been there since more than 5 years. So they know about the thing that they are doing, they know about the product, they know about the service, they know how to pack, product, sell, package, price, everything. So second thing is train the employees. The third thing that we need to take care of is leverage online platforms. Now there is going to be a separate video where I'll be showing you practically how to strategize the online platforms, leverage them and get more traffic, get more reach and get more business. But in this video, I'm going to share that we are going to focus on these 3 platforms. The first one, the core one, is Google My Business, the search engine page. The second is Instagram and Facebook. And the third, which is the most powerful that we are going to use in the next 30 to 40 days, is WhatsApp marketing. And the fourth thing is dominate the local market. Now the first thing that any retail, unless and until they have systems, need to do is they need to start focusing on the local market. In the previous video, I mentioned that our only aim is to reach people who are in a radius of 20 to 25 kilometers. And that is what the only thing that we want to do in the next 30 to 40 days is try to get and reach as many people who are looking to shop in a 20 to 30 kilometer radius from our shop. So that in this video, we are going to think and talk about the psychology of marketing. Now, any marketing campaign that has become successful, any salesperson that has become successful has one thing in common, is that they know the psychology, the understanding of people. And so in this video, we are going to discuss a few points about the psychology of marketing. Now, the psychology of marketing is simply understanding that what do people want, what motivates them, and then how can we connect with them, educate them, so that we are able to convince them, we are able to reach them and influence them to make a decision to buy our product or service. Now the psychology of marketing has different elements. There are many elements that have been used in when it comes to psychology of marketing. Scarcity, where people say that limited seats available, limited time available, is an element of psychology. It's an element of scarcity. The second is authority. Have you ever seen ads where there are doctors in lab coat asking you and suggesting you to buy a certain product? That is an element of authority, where people use authority to influence people. Another thing is reciprocity, where you get a free ticket, just like the tech giants Cred, Google Pay. They give you free cashback. They incentivize an individual to use the product such that a habit is formed and people start using them. Now for the next 30 to 40 days, we wanted to design a campaign for this retail outlet where people could connect, trust and come, so that we could increase our business. Now out of all the elements, we needed to choose one element. And after studying, we decided that when it comes and when it takes efforts from the people's end, because it's a retail outlet, people will come and need to take efforts to come to the retail outlet, there needs to be an element that makes people feel oneness. So we decided to use the element of oneness, the element of unity, which is one of the element, a very important element of influence, where people crave for community, they crave for unity. Many of the online startups where you see coaches, consultants, they make groups, they make a unity, they make a community where people bond and network with people like them. So we decided to use this element of unity, where we gave the name of this campaign, Aapki Dukaan. Ye Aapki Dukaan hai. And the entire next 30-40 days, there's always going to be a single message. That single message is, Ye Aapki Dukaan hai. Now, Aapki Dukaan, we chose Aapki Dukaan because we wanted people to trust us, have that feeling of oneness and know that they trust us. And our entire marketing campaign will be on this. This is for the next 30 to 40 days. So the next question is that how are we going to use Ye Aapki Dukaan hai, reach more people and tell them this message that Ye Aapki Dukaan hai. So for that, we have divided it into two parts. One is the online and the other one is the offline. Online, I will be making a separate video where I will be telling you that how are we going to leverage the online platforms, run ads and leverage and reach people to know and tell them that Ye Aapki Dukaan hai, you can come and you can get the products that you want. But in this video, I'm also going to show you the offline strategies that we are using. Since this is a retail outlet, people do come to our stores. And once a person enters the store, that is the biggest asset that you have, because they have come, they are investing the time and they have invested and experienced the shop. So for that, to hit on those customers, to connect with those customers, I made this brochure first. So this is a 3-fold brochure that we have made. And secondly, we have made these small cute cards which has only one message, and that is Ye Aapki Dukaan hai. Now everyone who comes gets this card. And when they read it, Ye Aapki Dukaan hai, they connect with it. So in the next video, I'm going to show you the elements of content designing. How have I designed this brochure? What are the few things that you need to know before designing an element or content for your business? तक we decided on the marketing campaign. हमने marketing campaign decide कर दिया कि ये next 30 to 40 days the marketing campaign will be ये आपकी दुकान है. We are using the influence, the psychology of unity, where we can help people to feel one, where we can tell them, ये आपकी दुकान है, you can trust us, you get quality products at honest pricing. Now to give out this message, we needed to use some elements. Online, as I told you, there will be a separate video, but just to give a framework that how can you design a content, how can you design a website or anything. This is a grunt test for content designing to give out any message. Either if you are making ad copy, designing a website, making a brochure or making a card, these framework will be applicable everywhere. So for this framework, I say that every business, anything that you are putting out, any content, that content could be anything, there are 3 elements to it. The first is the emotion. What emotion do you want them to feel? The second is the message. What message do you want to give them? And the third is the call to action. Now first I'm going to talk about message. As I told you, the marketing message, the marketing campaign for the next 30 to 40 days is Ye Aapki Dukaan hai. To give out that message, abhi offline, we are talking about only offline, how are we reaching people offline, connecting with them offline. We have made this cute card, jisme there is only one single message, one single emotion, that is Ye Aapki Dukaan hai. We give everyone who comes gets this card, Ye Aapki Dukaan hai. They feel that one single emotion, they get that one single message, Ye ये आपकी दुकान है. The message that they get is ये आपकी दुकान है. The emotion that they get is unity, the feeling of oneness. So that is why we have designed this card. And on the other side, that is त्योहार पे करिए खरीदारी आपकी दुकान से. And that is the call to action on the back. But at one page, that is only one message, one emotion, and one call to action. This is one thing that we have made that every customer get, because they are into an offline business. Offline leads are much more valuable than online because they have invested their time, efforts to come, ask and see the products and services at your store. The second thing that I have designed is this threefold brochure. Now you can consider this to your website also, and this same thing that I'm going to tell can be implemented and have a test for your website too. The threefold brochure, people have to use it like this. So it's a threefold. The first has one message, one call to action, and that is visit our store. One message, one call to action, one emotion, visit our store. On the above, I have written serving since 1999, social proof that we have been in the market since then. So on the first fold of this brochure gives people three things: social proof, one call to action, and one message. Now, as soon as the person opens this fold, he gets to see this page where he gets and is educated about the 3 product lines that we are selling. So as soon as he first comes on your website or the brochure, he gets that, okay, one message, one call to action, and now education, very simple 3 product lines I have mentioned. And the third, after seeing the product lines, first who are we, social proof, product lines, and then complete display of the products. And then again a call to action if they want to call. And on the other last side, once they are convinced, once they are there, this is everyone who comes to the offline store gets this. And on the other side, there is this last thing, that is the outside photo of our shop, because it's an offline store, people should recognize it from outside. The map, if they want to locate it on Google Maps with important points where they can locate us, and again the address and the website. So you see how I have designed this website. It includes all the 3 elements of the frameworks which I told you. One message, one emotion, call to action. Call to action is visit our store. How to visit? Exactly at this back. One message, education about the product lines, 3 product lines in the simple way. Emotion, social proof, trust, social proof, serving since 1999. So the 3 elements, I want to end this video by saying that in any content design, either you're designing its website, designing a brochure, designing a card, remember these 3 things. What is the message that you want to give? What is the emotion that you want them to feel? And what is the call to action that you want them to take? In this video, we are going to strategize, brainstorm and learn the online marketing strategy that we need to take care of before designing an online marketing strategy for a business. And before starting off with this video, I want to give out 2 tips, 2 call outs. And the first thing is that as a business, don't obsess over traffic. And the question that I want to ask you is that what is it that you are going to do of that traffic is important. You can get a lot of people, a lot of traffic on your page, on your website. But if you are not able to convert that traffic, then as a business, what is the use? And the second thing that I want to take care of is that be very clear of the end goal, of the result that you want out of the traffic, and what is it that will help as a business that traffic does to get more business. Taking in consideration of these 2 things, we are going to strategize the online marketing strategy for this business practically. So as I told you that we need to be very clear about the end goal of the business, the end action that we want the traffic to take, so that as a business we benefit. So the strategy, we are going to start from the end goal only, and we are going to be clear that what is it that as a retail store will help us to get more business. And then we came out of these 2 things. The first that can help us to get business is when people come to our store. And when they come to our store, they look at the products, they choose to buy. That is when we get business. The second is that what is it that can get them to the store, or what is it that can make them engage with us. And that is either they can call us, or they can message us, WhatsApp us, whatever, text us, so that we can connect with us. So that is the end goal that we want the customers to take out of this marketing campaign. If we are not able to get this, if we are not able to get people to our store, if we are not able to engage with people, get leads, then what's the use of online marketing? What's the use of taking so many efforts, so many resources, putting in so many work? So that is the end goal. We are very clear about it. We want people to come to our store. We want people to engage with us or be interested in us by call, text, WhatsApp, whatsoever. End goal is clear. Now how are we going to get to there? So for location, people can either use Google Maps. Okay, the first thing, that's the most common, that people locate us on Google Maps. For that we need to be present on Google My Business, or they need to know and contact us. For that they either can go to our website, they can call us, and jahan pe bhi every communication there should be a call to action, that is our phone number, or you can WhatsApp us. Now that is clear. We know that we want people to do, the end goal is that we want this. How are we going to do? We came about Google Maps, we came about contacts. How are we going to learn? Now the upper three layer, from where is this funnel starting? The first one is website. When people go to our website, every time there should be a call to action, maybe on a page, once, twice, thrice, and also in the footer there should be a call to action, which is to either call. There should be a single number present where they can call. There should be call to action that leads them to the WhatsApp chat to chat with our team, or there should be a location of map which helps them to locate us. So on the website we have integrated that is very clear, because this is our end goal that should be present on our website. If the end goal of the website is e-commerce, adding to cart, WooCommerce, payment integration should be there. For us, we are not into online business right now. We are not having an online store right now. So this is our end goal, that is on our website. Second is Google My Business SEO. We are a local business. In the first video only I said that our target is to target the people within a 20-kilometer radius. And that the best tool is Google My Business. Having our presence over there, posting regularly, especially in these days, so because Google likes content that is recent. So posting out content that is recent will help us to target and get at least on the first 3 position of Google My Business. And for few keywords just like mirror cabinets, Mandir, we have already acquired the first 3 position on Google My Business. And the third is social media platform. And for a social media platform, I am using a quite different strategy, because I believe that social media is not for selling. Social media is for storytelling. If you sell on social media, people are going to spam you. But if you story tell on social media, people are going to be interested, and then to know more they will either go to your website or whatever landing page that you have, and from there you can convert them. So social media strategy is storytelling. We are going to tell about the customers that walk in. We are going to leverage on the campaign, ye aapki dukaan hai. We are going to tell about the staff and the team about us. We are going to what are the work that we did in this day. Social media only storytelling. In the first few months that we made mistakes on social media is we directly posted our products. Social media is like a party, a storytelling event where you share, communicate with the people that follow you, or with the hashtags that you put. People get interested, they get hooked by your product, by your post. They come to your profile, then they are interested in knowing that, Acha, what is this person, what is this business doing? And then when they come onto the landing page, website, or the call to action that you have, and that is when they convert. So this is a plan, a framework of online marketing that you can use for any business. You can use it and get the results that you want. Especially for this business, we are very clear about the social media marketing plan, the online marketing plan. We are going to implement it in the next 30-40 days and get the results that we want. Now in this video, I am going to share a few pricing strategies, a few strategies that you can use while giving pricing, while giving code to your customer that can help you to grow your business. So these pricing strategies will help you to attract customers, make sales, and grow your business. So the first pricing strategy is the cost plus margin strategy. And in the cost plus margin strategy, you only need to know 2 things very firmly. The first is the cost, the product cost to you, and the second is the margin in the market. Once you know these 2 things, you can set the cost plus margin strategy, which is when you know the cost, you add the margin that you want, and then you sell your product. The second and the most interesting one which I want to touch is the competitive based pricing strategy. And most people think that competitive based pricing strategy means pricing the product less than your competitors, getting the sale, and that's a win. Well, it's more. Competitive based pricing strategy is more than the price of the competitor, and is about understanding the competitor and the capacity of the competitor. Now let it make me easy for you to understand. Suppose a competitor has a capacity of holding 5 products, 5 quantity of products, and you are someone who has a capacity of holding 50 quantity of products. I would simply say price whatever you want the competitor, especially in a market like Mumbai, the competitor will exhaust out. When you know that his capacity and his way of doing business is 10x less than what you are doing. The second is knowing the trend and timing the market. See, understand one thing, if you are someone who has 5 products and the competitor has 2 products, and in this season where season and trend is more about getting the maximum profits out of it, if you sell short and if you sell all the 5 products because you wanted to just compete with the customer, are you really winning? And the competitor in itself also knows कि मेरे पास 2 ही प्रोडक्ट है, I only have 2 products, and if I sell of those 2 products, मेरा जो मार्जिन रहेगा, जो मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी था, वो भी चला जाएगा, the opportunity will go. So margin, competitive pricing is also because trends, opportunities are temporary, and making most out of them is what you can use in the competitive pricing strategy. So competitive pricing strategy is more about the understanding and the capacity of the competitor, and then pricing a product in a way that either you know when that customer will exhaust out, when that competitor will exhaust out and you will take over, or you know when to exhaust him so that you take over. The third is the anchor pricing strategy. Anchor pricing strategy, especially we used it a lot in the retail store, is when the customer comes in, irrespective, show him the highest price product. And once you show him the highest price product, you will see the expression, you will see the body language, you will understand whether the customer is okay with this kind of pricing, because as a retail you want maximum sales, you want maximum ticket size. So if he is okay with high price products, you will understand, you will pitch him that. And if he is not, then taking him from that high anchor to a low anchor will help you to get more sales and convert every customer, most of the customers that walk in. And the last and the fourth pricing strategy which I want to talk about is premium pricing strategy. Now, premium pricing strategy comes when there is customization, when there is too much of emotional value attached to the product the customer is buying. Some products needs to have low margins so that you can take the market share, whereas some products needs to be premiumly priced so that the customer comes and buys from you. The reason why I'm saying this is that when an average person buys a product of 10 to 15,000 that is customized, that he wants to make for himself or something that he's investing because of emotional value, he will prefer to pay 500 or 1000 rupees more rather than compromising on price and on quality. So that is the premium pricing model that I wanted to share. These 4 strategies which I shared, we use it a lot, and these can definitely help you to grow your business. Pricing strategy is more about understanding the market, understanding the competitor, and the understanding of the customer. Once you connect all of these things, making a pricing strategy for your business will help you to grow your business. Now today I'm at my family's retail outlet where we are practically applying all those big marketing concepts, those sales strategies, and helping this business get more business, get more people, get more sales. Now let me tell you a short story about this. I've been coming here since I'm the age of 13, and in our family we had a ritual that in our vacations our mom used to tell that not to just ideally sit at home but go to our dad's shops and help them with their businesses. So the earlier when I used to come here, the only thing that I knew was to take up a cloth, go to different places, clean up the products, go to different products, clean up the product. But over the period of time, I have learned so many things over here. I have learned how to communicate with people confidently, reach them, connect with them, understand what they need, and get more sales and close more deals. So through this video, I want to share those 3 core strategies, that 3 core concepts that we practically use at this place, that helps us to connect with every customer that comes in, make a relationship with him, understand what they need, help them to get the product that they want, and in turn increase our business with every customer that comes in. So one of the first initial strategies that I learned over here was that every time in the initial days when a customer used to come in and when I used to address, the only thing मुझे सिर्फ इतना ही पता था to give them the lowest price. I thought that if I would give them the lowest price, they would be happy and they would be buy. But even after giving the lowest price, सबसे कम दाम देने के बावजूद भी, I used to see that most of the customer in the retail outlet would walk away. Now other family members, other sales person, they used to give a bit higher price, but the customer were happy and they were willing to buy. And in those days, I learned this concept of perceived value. That if I could simply increase the perceived value of the product that I'm showing in the eyes of the customer, they would be willing and happy to pay more. And how did the other person do that? How did the other people do it? Is that every time a customer came in, they first used to hear them. They used to hear them what they need. They used to show them a range of products, and they used to assist them in buying what would be right for them. When this conversation, when this time, when this relation was made, unlike what I used to do was that मैं शुरू में initially कम भाव दे देता था. I thought that everything is about paisa, everything is about money. they used to build a relation, they used to talk, they used to understand, and after understanding वो इतना अच्छे से समझ जाते थे that when they used to show the product, after hearing, the customer was willing to buy. Price objection would never be there. So that is the first strategy that I learned over here. This second strategy will help you to retain customers, get all those customers back and make them buy the product that they earlier saw but did not purchase. Now every time remember this one thing, that every customer is not in an impulsive mode to buy. Prospects are there to look, see for options, see what is the best for them and then make a decision. Now we used to show that every customer पहले आता था, product देखता था, buy नहीं करता था, चले आता था. They just used to see the products, were looking for options and they used to go. Now we wanted to find a way out that we could increase our recall value, make them know that we care. Because I learned this one thing is that the customers don't care how much you know, what are your products, how much monopoly you have. But the customers care and know that how much you care. So make them feel that you care. What we used to do is in this Diwali also, we have made those short cards and brochure. Every customer, whether they purchase or not, they get those cards in which we have our details. We take their contact details. We send them the products, images that they saw. We send them the details. We help them in each and every way. Every time a customer walks out, few things are given to him. A contact detail is taken from him. This makes them feel that nahi yaar, this is not only a shop that wants to sell. They want to build a relationship. They know that we care, and many a times customers do come back with a card with that message and buy the product that they earlier saw. The third and the last strategy, which if you implemented right, will help you to increase your revenue by 10 to 20% simply from the same customer. The concept of upselling and cross-selling. Now, because we have a retail outlet, because as I told you, we have a product line, a huge product line, more than 300 to 400 products, which is bathroom cabinets, home mandir, bathroom accessories, mirrors. We have a huge option of cross-selling and upselling. Now cross-selling and upselling, first let me tell you what upselling is. Upselling is that when a customer sees a product, उसे एक ऊपर वाला product and upsell which does not cost much, but एक range में upsell him the product. For example, if someone is looking for a product which is costing 500 rupees, हम उसको 600 650 वाला दिखाते, बताते हैं थोड़ा बेटर क्वालिटी है, ज़्यादा पैसे का फ़र्क नहीं है, नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस इन द मनी, बट इट कॉस्ट मोर जस्ट 100 and 150. Now from a business point of view, increasing 100 to 150 rupees per customer is a lot. But from a customer's point of view, investing 100 to 200 rupees per product and getting a good quality is not a big deal. And the second is cross-selling. Since we are in a retail outlet, हमारे पास range of products है. When someone comes to buy a particular product, what we do is we cross-sell a different product. For example, if someone is asking for a mirror and we know that they are making or renovating a bathroom, we used to cross-sell bathroom accessories, a bathroom cabinet. Now this cross-selling, every time the customers might not buy, but then they used to remember, and when they required it, they used to come back, or sometimes initially instantly, हाँ मुझे ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, मुझे दे दो, they used to buy. This cross-selling and upselling is one of the most powerful techniques that you can use to simply increase your revenue from that same customer by 10 to 20% immediately. So that's it for this video, where in this video I shared 3 sales strategies, 3 sales concepts that helps us to connect with every customer that comes in, build a recall and increase our revenue 10 to 20% simply from the same customer immediately. In this video, this will be a very short video where I will be sharing that one principle that we use that helps us to increase the revenue, get the most out of that customer and grow our business in the long term. That one principle is either repeat kara lo or refer kara lo. Either repeat the customer or ask that customer to refer someone. This one principle will help you to drastically decrease your marketing costs, but you will also see that it will help you to grow your business in the longer term. It will be a very pocket friendly principle. Because the customer has already purchased with you, he has an experience. Repeating that customer is easy. And once they are repeated, or if they are not also repeated, if they have purchased once also, asking them to refer someone is also much more easy than getting a customer. So repeat kara lo or refer kara lo is one thing that we always keep in mind. Whenever we are dealing with a new customer, whenever a customer has already purchased with us, when has started to begin buying from us, this principle helps us to get the most out of that customer, increase our business, grow our sales and reduce our marketing cost. I'm going to talk about a concept, a topic which you need to remember while doing sales and marketing. As sales and marketing, our one goal is to help people to make decisions. And through this video, I want to share those few categories, those strategies that can help you to take away the choice overload of your customer and help your customer to take a decision. Has it so ever happened that you are either wanting to purchase something, you go to the store, you look at so many options, or you go to an online e-commerce store and you see so many options that increases your psychological pressure, it makes you think a lot, and then you decide to delay that decision. That same thing happens in every business. That choice overload helps customer to delay the decision, which in turn as a business costs you sales. So in this video, what I'm about to share are the 4 C's, the 4 strategies that you can use. Either you're doing a marketing, designing a website, designing a pamphlet, making an ad copy, or doing a sales, or while communicating with your customer to eliminate that choice overload, help to gain clarity and get sales for your business. So the first thing is cut. Less is more. We overwhelm ourselves by showing so many range of products, so many options to the customer. We think that will help him to be there for a longer time, that will help him to take a decision. But showing more options is a strategy that in turn bites you at your back. The best thing that you need to do is first cut the options and show very less amount of options to the customer until and unless he asks for more options. Because if he is about to and ready to buy from the 4 options that you make him show, then you don't need to make him see 400 other options which will either complicate him and not make him buy. The second is categorization. This is where most of the business don't do. They have 400 products, but what they fail to do is that the customer does not have that processing power to know and learn about 400 products. What they simply know is to chunk those 400 products into either 4-5 categories, and then they want to know a brief idea about your business. They okay, if this is the category I want to buy, I need to go to that product. That is the same thing that we did in our business. We categorized the entire 200 plus products into just 3 categories: bathroom mirror cabinets, mirrors, home temples and accessories. Now the customer knows that when it's about these 3 categories, he can come to us and we can help them. The third thing that you can use is concretization. In order for people to understand that between the different choices, they need to know the consequences or the outcomes of their choices. For example, if someone comes to buy a product X, they need to know that what are the benefits, what are the outcomes that they are going to buy once they buy that product and service. Concretization is one of the things that you can use in sales, in communication, that helps you to get your customers' interest. And the last and the fourth thing is condition for complexity. When buying a product or a service, a customer has to decide on a lot of things. It could either be color, it could be payment terms, it could either be the category of the product that they are buying. Now, as a business owner, you know that what is the complexity that comes in buying that product. You should design that journey in such a way that it comes from a low complex decision to a high complex decision. If there's a product that has 10 different colors and 2 different categories, there's a product that has 10 different colors and 2 different ranges, 2 different types. Now, first you need to ask the type of what the customer want to select and then go to the color, rather than asking him to choose from 10 colors and then choose from the 2 types that he wants to buy. Condition for complexity is simply by taking him from a low complex decision to a high complex decision. These 4 strategies, cut, concretization, categorization and condition for complexity, will help you not only in sales and marketing but also in your life when it's about making decision. Sales and marketing business is all about helping people to take decision. And nowadays, because of media, because of so many things out there, it's too much complex for people to take decision. These 4 simple strategies will help you to get your customers to take decisions. In this video, I wanted to share 2 recent learnings that I had while I was at this shop designing the campaign, interacting with the customers, and I was reading this book, the autobiography Made in America of Sam Walton, who is the founder of Walmart, America's Billionaire. And in that book, there were mentioned 2 lessons, 2 philosophy that were pretty exciting, which I found out pretty exciting and was very resourceful, and I thought of sharing it through this video. The first philosophy that Sam Walton shares, that is the first chapter of the book itself, and that is value a dollar. Now, Sam Walton and his family was known for their very lean lifestyle. They did not spend lavishly like the other millionaires and billionaires. And when asked in an interview that why does Sam Walton has such a lean lifestyle even after having so many billions, he said this one simple statement which was his philosophy, and that is that every stupid decision, every stupid purchase or everything that we spend on our lavish lifestyle is costing the pockets of our customers. Now, this simple statement shows the dedication of Sam Walton, and it shows that how most of the companies inflate prices. Most of the executives have this habit of spending on their lavish lifestyle, and which in turn need more profit from the company, and the way they get more profit is from the pockets of the customer. But Sam Walton has that very clear philosophy that every dollar that is wasted is costing the pockets of the customer. And this one in philosophy was the reason that Sam Walton and Walmart were able to give the best prices, the cheapest prices to their customers. The second philosophy, which is a statement, consists of three things. And that he says that Sam Walton used to always appreciate and always encourage his managers to look for a hot product, buy it in bulk, dramatize and sell it. Now this one statement has three important things. First, look for the hot product. All of the managers at Walmart were given one instruction to keep looking for a hot product that people wanted to buy. Second, they were asked and sometimes were given autonomy to buy those products in bulk. And then the third and the best thing that they did was they used to dramatize it, market it and sell it. Even one of the books that I earlier read, which was 0 to 1 from Peter Thiel, said this one important thing about marketing, that it is possible to sell a bad product with good marketing, but it is difficult to sell a good product with bad marketing. And that is what Sam Walton knew. He used to dramatize the products, dramatize Walmart and sell it, that people used to come in flocks and buy. Now these two simple philosophy, many of the people must have known it, but the way it was communicated is something that I wanted to share through this video. Two philosophies that Sam Walton used to do: value a dollar, and second, look for a hot product, buy it in bulk, dramatize and sell it. Now when I started off with this series, I was a bit skeptical because the things that I was going to do, I thought that it could have been made fun of and this could in turn backfire to the business, and I did not wanted anything to bear, the business to bear, because of my stupid decision or something that I make a mistake of. But throughout this series we learned a lot of things. Many people helped, my brothers and everyone was very supportive, and the series turned out to be a very exciting in terms of learning and in terms of implementation. I doubt that if we didn't make this series, then we would be able to do so many things and produce so much content for the shop in itself in these 40 days. And yeah, this is for the last video in this series. From the start, we learned practically how to design a campaign. Then we learned about awareness marketing, how we reached more people. We learned about the sales strategies that we use while we are communicating with people. We learned about how we communicate and reach more people. We learned about how we network with people, and all of those videos have been there in this series practically, and there will be a link in the description if you want to go through all of those videos. And before ending this video, there's one last story that I wanted to share, is that most of the people get obsessed about the message, the marketing of their business. And we at this shop have this clear message, which is quality products at honest pricing. Now many people come and ask, hey, how did you get this tagline? How did you come up with this? And I want to share a story that how did we come up with this, and that is a very practical one. I was at the shop one day and there were two customers. One had already purchased and the other person who had come already. Both were from a Gujarati community, both knew each other. And the other person who was purchasing, still purchasing, the one who had already purchased, told the other person that I've been coming here since a long time, and in Gujarati they say कि यहाँ सारो माल चोखो माल सारा भावे मले छे. And when you translate it into English, that comes out to be that quality products at honest pricing. And that instantly came into our minds, and we thought of implementing it in our business because it's a retail outlet, to allow people to feel and understand that we provide them quality products at honest pricing. And that's it. That's what I wanted to share. That's how we come up with it. And since then, our website, our all communication is through this theme, around this theme, quality products at honest pricing. So what I wanted to say through this video is that your customers also teach you a lot, and just be open to creativity. Ideas come from everywhere, anywhere it can come from. Just grab it and make it and scale it. So that's it. I hope you all must have loved this series. In case if there's any recommendation, anything that you want to discuss, please do reach out. If you want me to help you in some of these things to implement in your business, I would love to do that. Thank you for watching this series. Maybe next year or maybe in the next few months, I may come up with a part 2 where we will scale this business to a different level. So till then, goodbye, take care, see you all.